What if you are told that embracing your flaws, not striving for perfection, is the key to true growth? Stick around to find out how letting go of the perfect life can lead to deeper connections and more happiness. Let's get into it. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown, a book that challenges everything you think you know about success. At Poetics of Success, we discuss some key insights from valuable books, not just summarizing them, but offering unique perspectives that help you apply their central messages into your own path of change, success, and wealth. Before espousing an imperfect life, please subscribe for more content on habits, success, and failure. Being vulnerable feels scary, right? Like sharing an idea in a meeting and worrying people might judge you. But Brené Brown says that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's courage. When we allow ourselves to be seen, flaws and all, we open the door to true connection and success. In The Gifts of Imperfection, Brené shares a story about how leaders who admit their mistakes and uncertainties often gain more respect from their teams. Instead of pretending to have all the answers, showing vulnerability builds trust and inspires others to step up. Imagine a business owner who openly admits to his clients that a project is delayed because he mismanaged the schedule. Instead of backlash, the clients appreciate his honesty and extend the timeline. His vulnerability might help build loyalty, and those clients may continue to work with him for years. The lesson is very clear here. Don't be afraid to share your authentic self, even in professional settings. That awkward moment you dread might just turn into a powerful success story. In the comments below, please share something honest in your work or social life, even if it feels vulnerable. In business and social media, there's constant pressure to look polished and perfect, but chasing that cool image can block genuine success and happiness. Brené Brown reminds us in The Gifts of Imperfection that perfectionism pushes us away from joy and real connections. Imagine a business owner launching a new product. Instead of creating a slick, perfectly edited campaign, they go live on social media, sharing the process, mistakes, and lessons in real time. Some people might think it's messy, but customers appreciate the honesty and engage even more because it feels real. Now picture a competitor who sticks to perfectly crafted ads with no personality. They might look impressive, but without that human touch, they miss the chance to connect with customers on a deeper level. Being unapologetically authentic can be liberating, and it sets businesses apart. People crave realness, not perfection. So here's your challenge. This week, try showing up authentically in your business or creative work. Skip the perfectly polished image and see how being real creates stronger connections. In today's world, being constantly busy is seen as a badge of honor. Hustle culture tells us that working harder, faster, and longer is the only way to succeed. But this obsession with productivity often leads to burnout, stress, and unhappiness. In The Gifts of Imperfection, Brené Brown challenges this idea by reminding us that rest and play are essential for living a meaningful, creative, and joyful life. When we never stop hustling, we cut off the space needed for creativity and problem-solving. Think about it. Your best ideas rarely come when you're glued to your desk, grinding through tasks. They often pop up when you're relaxed, taking a walk, or even just daydreaming. That's because rest allows the brain to make unexpected connections and come up with fresh ideas. Brené emphasizes that giving yourself permission to rest isn't lazy, it's smart. It's a radical act in a world that tells you to keep going no matter what. Taking a lazy day to recharge can actually make you more productive in the long run. Imagine spending an afternoon doing nothing but reading, taking naps, or simply enjoying a hobby. You might feel guilty at first, but by the next day, your mind is clearer, your energy is higher, and you're ready to tackle challenges with renewed focus. Success doesn't come from constant hustle. It comes from knowing when to step back and rest. Schedule a lazy day this week. No work, no productivity goals, just rest and joy. See how it sparks new energy and ideas. And remember, sometimes doing less is the smartest thing you can do. Many of us believe that being perfect will make people like us more. But in reality, perfection often builds walls between us and others. We try to hide our flaws, fearing judgment, but this only keeps people at a distance. In the Gifts of Imperfection, Brené Brown shows that it's our imperfections, the things that make us human, that create real connections. Think about a messy conversation with a friend or colleague. Maybe someone admitted they were wrong or shared a personal struggle. Those moments, though uncomfortable, often bring people closer. Why? Because they show vulnerability, authenticity, and trust. Brené's research highlights that empathy grows when people are honest about their flaws and challenges, rather than pretending everything is perfect. Now apply this idea to business. Companies that try to appear flawless often come across as distant and unrelatable. On the other hand, brands that share their journey, including the setbacks, build loyal communities. Take startups that openly document their product development process, their wins and their failures. This transparency invites customers to feel part of the journey and builds stronger connections. For example, imagine a business launching a product. Instead of presenting it as perfectly polished, they share the challenges they faced along the way and ask for customer feedback. People appreciate that honesty and are more likely to support a brand that listens and learns rather than one that acts like it has all the answers. Embrace imperfection in life and business. Be open, be real, and watch as stronger relationships and communities form around you. Here is your challenge for this week. Try having one messy conversation, whether it's admitting a mistake or sharing your true feelings. Notice how it brings you closer to the person you're speaking with. And remember, connection starts where perfection ends. Have you ever looked at someone else's success and thought, why not me? It's a common feeling, especially in business and creative work. But that voice of comparison can be destructive, making you doubt yourself and draining your motivation. In the Gifts of Imperfection, Brené Brown encourages us to rewrite this inner narrative by choosing gratitude over jealousy. Think of your inner voice like a story you tell yourself. When comparison shows up, the story becomes one of, I'm not enough, or I'm falling behind. But as any good writer knows, stories can be rewritten. What if, instead of comparing yourself to someone else, you saw their success as proof that success is possible for you too? That's the power of reframing jealousy into gratitude. Here's a mind experiment. Imagine you just lost a business deal to a competitor. Instead of letting resentment build, pause and think, what did this competitor do right, and how can I learn from it? Shift your thinking from, I missed out, to, they just showed me what's possible. That gratitude creates space for growth instead of frustration. A practical way to build this mindset is by keeping a journal. Each time a negative thought about your business or career comes up, write it down. Then, rewrite that thought as an opportunity. For example, negative thought is, I'm not getting enough customers. Rewritten opportunity could be, I can experiment with new marketing strategies to reach more people. Over time, this practice reshapes your narrative from one of defeat to one of possibility and growth. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you, it's a tool for transforming how you see yourself and your business. This week, try the journal experiment. Write down one negative thought each day and rewrite it as a growth opportunity. See how it changes your perspective and fuels your creativity. Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection offers fresh and meaningful lessons for living a more authentic and joyful life. Here are 3 key takeaways from the book. Many people believe they need to be perfect to succeed or be accepted. But Brown teaches that embracing your imperfections is the path to real connection and happiness. When you accept your flaws, you give yourself permission to grow and be truly seen by others. Instead of living for the approval of others, Brown encourages readers to be true to themselves. Authenticity means showing up as you are, not who you think people want you to be. This leads to stronger relationships and a greater sense of personal peace. We tend to be our harshest critics. Brown suggests treating yourself with kindness, especially when you make mistakes. Self-compassion is not about making excuses, but understanding that you're human and worthy of love and respect, even when things go wrong. Many self-help books focus on setting goals, improving productivity, or mastering external skills. The Gifts of Imperfection, however, takes a different approach. Instead of telling you how to fix your life from the outside, it guides you inward. It's about cultivating a mindset of acceptance, courage, and vulnerability. Unlike books that emphasize relentless positivity, Brown doesn't shy away from the messy parts of life. She reminds us that growth happens when we face our struggles, not when we hide from them. This makes the book both refreshing and deeply relatable. If you're looking for a book that challenges perfectionism and helps you build deeper connections with yourself and others, this one is worth reading. It's not just a guide to success, it's a guide to living fully and authentically. Thank you for watching this episode on the Gifts of Imperfection here on Poetics of Success. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to check out our other videos where we explore books that inspire growth and transformation. Wishing you continued success, creativity, and the courage to embrace your imperfections. See you next time.